Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday's reading. And we will dive straight into the reading. If you are new here, we are following a new posting schedule, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't have a particular time that I will be updating. I'm sorry, not updating, but uploading the videos. So they can come at many different times during the day. I do want to put that out there. And usually it's because either when I think I've uploaded it, it may not have been uploaded when I thought I uploaded it, or I might actually schedule the time at various different times. And that's just because I like to see if I get any different responses as far as any comments or just when people actually notice, I suppose, within the collective. And I have been getting, I guess, mixed reviews, because most people have been inquiring, hey, when is the reading posted or is there a new episode and things of that nature. So as we further progress throughout the remainder of the year and actually moving into next year, I will see about actually dedicating a particular time, and I will definitely do my best to make sure it's always uploaded at that particular time. So definitely be patient with me. I really appreciate that. And we will just do a really soft, serene type of message. That's the intention here, but it is for your highest potential. And I do intend for this to be a mini reading. And the reason for that is I really feel super aligned and super attuned to the very specific collective that I channel into. And so, again, if you're new here, most readers that are on YouTube, I believe, usually read for the masses. And I do intend to keep my readings open for everyone to enjoy, whether they take something very personal or they like the interpretation of what I'm giving to my readings. And I am an intuitive reader, so primarily I'm feeling the energy behind the cards and tying that into the meanings that I know for the cards. But yes, I definitely do like to keep these readings open. And so, with that said, I definitely invite anyone that is not into the particular collective that I channel into typically to come into the collective and definitely give their high vibrational energy to help co create the messages that come through. And the best way to do that is to definitely set an intention or to like or comment. I can definitely pick up on your energy a lot stronger in that particular sense. But with that said, also going back to what I was saying, I definitely feel very attuned to the collective that I channel every week. And so I can definitely feel certain energies that come out very stronger than others. That might be a really weird sentence to say, but some energies come out a lot stronger than others. And so I only try to channel the strongest threads of energy that come out because sometimes when I do these collective readings, a lot of the energies can feel very scattered. And today I do feel as if that energy is very scattered within the collective. And that only just means that I feel that everyone is feeling something very different because I know everyone is definitely in a different stage or period or moment in their spiritual journey or in their life. And so, with that said, I just want to take it easy on everyone for this particular reading. Although I do plan to do a little bit more in depth readings later on for the remainder of the year. I know we have not done a monthly reading yet, but it would be nice to do one of those just to kind of wrap up the year and also see what kind of forecast projections we'll have for the upcoming year, since this month is definitely going to go pretty fast, I'm pretty sure. So, Anyway, I know we've wasted like 5 minutes so far. So let's just dive into this reading. And so I'm already feeling, again, very scattered energy without the collective. So I'm really asking spirit and really tuning into the energy of spirit for my collective, the highest threads of energy that need to come forward. And so, with that said, we're starting out with the tarot instead of the oracle cards. And the first card that came out is the hangman in the upright position. So, what I'm really channeling and feeling here is there is this sacred pause for many of you within the collective. I really feel that spirit is really saying right now, in the present moment, as I am channeling this energy, to not rush your next move, to really let insight come to you and help that dictate exactly what the best course of action is. I do feel as if there are many people in the collective that are really mirroring the type of energy, or I'm actually mirroring the type of energy that people are embodying when it comes to their internal state. So I'm sensing a lot of this need to be still, this need to rest, this need to really shift the perspective on a particular course of action. So I'm sensing that spirit is really wanting you to surrender something, to let go of control, and not really force the outcome of something, and to also see the outcome of something differently, to see something from a different perspective. So it really just feels more like this alignment phase. And it feels like you need to be aligned for something that is coming forward. And with that said, we have the Seven of Wands in the upright position. So I'm just sensing all this energy of really like something very intrusive, something or someone really pressing someone's boundaries. And so I just sense that in order for you to not feel this sort of destabilizing effect from whatever this external energy is, that it's really important to be mindful of where you give your energy to and to really, in a sense, sort of detach or self protect. And I really feel like what you're protecting really is your peace of mind, your peace of tranquility, the way that you really operate in the 3D. And it's really also more internal. It's more about protecting your energetic boundaries and like your spiritual hygiene. I know that comes out really weird because I know many of you are really more intrigued by my readings instead of actually being fully spiritually attuned. Because I know that for the collective that I channel into, spirituality looks very different for everyone. Some people are very, I would say, new age, but then others are more like the Hierophant, where it's like you're more attached to a certain standard of how spirituality looks, like you're more accustomed to like a religion or a certain set of guidelines for how spirituality is supposed to be. And so, anyway, whatever this energy is of you needing to protect something, it's your right to protect yourself. So, not all energy deserves access. So, whatever this external factor is, and for many of you, it feels like a person, someone siphoning your energy, or someone that is very like almost like an energy vampire in a sense. It just feels like you need to be more cautious about where you give your energy to, especially if we are talking about this type of person that I'm really sensing. And it feels like a divine masculine, it feels like a masculine archetype. So it could be what I'm really sensing, like a father figure or some sort of mentor or just some masculine energy or someone that is exuding strong levels of masculine energy. And they are coming across as very almost overprotective or overbearing or very cautious when it comes to you. And it's like this type of cautiousness where it's like they are smothering you. They are really coming at you in a way where it's like they are folding their arms around you in a sense and sort of shielding you from a lot of stimuli, external stimuli. And it's just coming across, even though it is physical, the way it feels, it's really coming across in this particular way where it's like they are guarding your energy for something, but it's like they're siphoning it or it's like they're holding on to it. And because they're holding on so tightly, it's like they're draining it. And I don't want to really say like they're draining like your life force energy, but it's almost like they are draining like your being, like your essence in a sense. And so that just feels really heavy. Now, I know all of what I'm just saying right here is not going to connect with everyone, but that feels like a very high level thread of energy for someone in the collective. So I know that it is connecting for someone in a very personal way. So that might be very specific for those groups of individuals there. But for the rest of you, this masculine energy can show up in many different ways. This could be work related. This could be a friendship. This could be a high level soulmate. This could be just someone that really exudes a lot of authority or leadership type of energy in your life. And it's showing up very day to day. This is not something that is just kind of here today, gone tomorrow. This is something or someone that is showing up in the physical and they are exuding just this high level of energy that is just very masculine the way it feels, where it just feels super overbearing or just this weight that you're sort of dragging in a sense. And so spirit really is wanting you to just sort of be still and just kind of go with the natural flow of things because something with this energy is going to be dissolving, is what it feels like. And I'm not quite sure when this will happen, but it does feel very soon. It feels as if the sooner you surrender to the flow state and just allow things to just naturally progress, the sooner this type of energy dissolves, where this person is not riding your back, essentially. Now, for others of you, sorry, I had to clear my throat. For others of you, it really feels like the reason why the Seven of Wands is showing up here with this hangman energy is because for many of you, you are feeling very scattered when it comes to where your energy is going. You are really diving into a lot of pressures into something. You're really kind of engaged or interwoven into a lot of different conflicts or a lot of different chaoses in your life. And you're really giving away a lot of emotional energy. And it's really having this dampening effect on the rest of your life. And it's showing up in a way where it's like this heavy weight in a sense. And so it's like your body is reacting in a particular way as to where it needs to defend itself. And so it's showing up for the way this feeling feels to me, where it's showing up primarily physical, but you are really defending so much more than just your physical being. You're really defending your energy. You're really, what I'm envisioning, putting up some sort of barrier or wall where it's like you are really being super cautious about where your energy is going because you really are starting to realize that your energy is super valuable and that certain connections, you have to place certain boundaries energetically in order to really protect yourself and to really align yourself for your highest good. And as I say that, I'm just feeling a lot of heart chakra energy because I am feeling a lot of passionate energy behind this card. And I really feel like primarily the reason why I'm feeling that is because this does represent fire sign energy. So this might connect for a lot of people that have a lot of fire sign placements in their birth chart. But It just feels as if there's a lot of heart chakra energy connected to what I am talking about right now for the others of you. And so, again, you have the right to protect yourself because not all energy deserves access. And in order to really protect your peace, it's very, very proactive. That's not really the word that I was searching for, but it's very proactive for you to really hold on to your boundaries, to really resist certain energies that feel intrusive or draining or destabilizing. So I know that really is connecting in a very romantic way, is the way that feels. So for those of you that are having relationship troubles or you feel the need to really reaffirm certain boundaries with your significant other, if you feel guided to do that, then by all means, by no way am I, telling you like, oh, you should be doing this. If it feels right for you, definitely trust that feeling, trust your intuition, because your intuition's always going to guide you to your highest potential. Now, the next card we have here is the Nine of Wands in the upright position. So, this is definitely showing me, and I'm feeling a lot of wave of energy, rather waves, I'm sorry, where there is a lot of this emotional exhaustion, but there's this strong determination to keep going. So, for many of you, you really are feeling very weary and very spiritually tired. You really feel like you're almost at the end of something, and you feel like you really need a lot of rest, but it's like you are just so determined to keep going. And so, it's not necessarily a bad thing because what I'm sensing is that there's this breakthrough energy that is happening where something has to give, something is definitely going to be changing for the good, so to speak, because you're just so determined and you just really believe in this particular change that is happening for you. Like you really are actually aligning to something that is for your highest good, your highest potential, for the betterment of you. But at the same time, it just feels as if spirit is really saying, don't get too entangled, don't get too wound up in this. Definitely remember to rest and remember to really put yourself first, is what it feels like. Because a lot of this energy feels as if someone has been giving a little bit too much of themselves into something or putting way too much energy into something, and they're not really seeing it really progress the particular way that they want it to progress. And so that's just because you're not surrendering. That's because you're not really aligned with the flow state as you should be. But spirit will guide you the more you just surrender, or your higher powers, rather, will guide you the more you surrender. I really do feel that for many people in the collective. Now, we have almost reached the 20-minute mark, and I do intend to actually close the reading here. But before we actually close it, we are going to just check a few oracle cards, and we're using the energy oracle deck. And I'm just doing a quick shuffle here because I just feel like a lot of these messages are very direct in this mini read. And so we have the storm warning card reversed. We have the thinking woman upright. And we also have the contract card, which is upright. So I feel very direct messages here. I really feel with the storm warning card that the worst is really over right now. So, a lot of this turbulent energy, this chaotic energy, a lot of the lower vibrational threads of energy, that we had talked about in previous readings, a lot of that is really clearing up. And I see it actually clearing up very fast for you. The more you surrender to the flow state, the more you see stuff from a different perspective with the hangman. And with the thinking woman card upright, a lot of what's clearing is allowing a lot of this wisdom awakening energy to really come through. There's a lot of clarity coming through. And I'm sensing someone really analyzing patterns about something, and they're really being more analytical than being guided from emotions. And I feel like that's something that spirit was really trying to align you to And I really feel like that's connecting with romance. So I really feel like you are actually like really analyzing something with a lot of clarity, a lot of wisdom, a lot of straightforward thinking. For some reason, I'm getting like the energy of like the Queen of Swords associated with this, even though the Queen of Swords has not came out. And it just really feels like you are on the right path to make some sort of clear, conscious decision for the betterment of you, and you're really just thinking more logically, but it's coming from this profound wisdom that you gained from seeing something from a different perspective, is what it feels like. And so the contract card, this really feels like karmic balance and justice, and soul agreements are really completing themselves. And it's really restoring a lot of energetic fairness in your life. So it's like your wisdom is really guiding you towards balanced and karmically fair, like new beginnings when it comes to certain relationships in your life. And those are for the people that are dealing with, a lot of romance. So this is not for everyone, but for others of you, there is going to be a restoration of a lot of karmic energy really balancing itself because you really have gone through so many different soul agreements or karmic contracts where all of that stuff has been really dissolved for you because you've done the work. And so what's next is a major breakthrough into something that is just more grounded and more fair for you in all aspects of your life. So that just feels really powerful for the remainder of you because it feels like things are actually really aligning for you in a very particular way. And I feel like that's something that you have been manifesting for quite some time. And, it's really manifesting for you because you've never given up. You've never faltered in your belief in that everything will turn out right. So that just feels really beautiful. So now we are going to conclude the reading here and we are going to use one final oracle card. And this is from the Akashic Records deck. So I'm just going to grab this here and we are going to shuffle and just see what final message we can get from spirit that will tie everything into the reading. And this is going to be for your highest potential, for your highest good. So I just want to see what we have here. And we are still shuffling. So sometimes cards can just really just fly out, but other times it feels like sometimes cards want to, Okay. So we have the protect card, which I feel like that is just no like surprise there. And so this card says you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to give some protection in place. I'm sorry, to get some protection in place. Sorry, I read that wrong. So that is definitely a very direct message there from spirit and your highest, I'm sorry, your guides, your spirit guides, your soul tribe. I was going to say for your highest, from your highest potential, but this is for your highest potential from your guides. So with that said, I will be closing the reading here. I want to thank everyone for extending their high vibrational energy, helping to co create the messages here. I do hope something really connected personally for you. And we will be doing more readings. We will be diving a lot deeper into some other energies later on for the remainder of the year and definitely moving forward into the beginning of the new year for 2026. But I'm definitely happy to see what continues coming out here based on the new posting schedule. Now, even though I am doing this posting schedule, I am doing some personal readings for people in the collective. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And for those of you that are, again, new here or not fully into the collective, I do personal readings, but it is primarily for the people that are already in the collective. But if you would like a personal reading, you can definitely send a message and we can definitely work something out. As far as personal readings, if you like my style of readings and you feel that something here has personally connected with you. And with that said, I do hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day. I am definitely sending you lots of love, light, and happiness. And I will see you in Friday's reading.